Hey guys, hope your weekend's going well. My last 24 hours has been nutty. So yesterday, my kids wanted to stay in school because they had their Christmas parties. So we couldn't leave to go back to my wife's hometown until 2 o'clock. But we drove as far as we could, made it to West Des Moines, and then we crashed there in a hotel. Of course, my kids slept in the car, so then it was hard for them to go to sleep in the hotel. So we didn't get as much sleep, and then the next morning had a nice breakfast at like 7 a.m. and then took off the rest of the way and went straight to my wife's grandma's Christmas party. So all of us being tired, going right to tons of people because my wife's mom is one of nine, and she has a huge family. We're talking tons of cousins, aunts, uncles. So, but it's cool catching up with everybody. But wow, a lot. Now we're hanging out with the immediate family, but now I got a little break here, so can do a video for you guys. So let me know what you're doing this Christmas, though. I'm curious. So anyways, I wanted to talk about today really quick and what I'm doing next week, my plan, okay? So Friday or yesterday was obviously a dead cat bounce, guys, because of how much things sold off Wednesday and Thursday. RSI was under 30. RSI stands for Relative Strength Index, if you don't know. And anytime it's under 30, it's considered oversold. And then anytime it's 70 or higher, it's considered overbought with stocks. So we were under 30, which meant oversold. So we got a really nice bounce. I alerted you guys that I saw the 10-year treasury falling and that it was a good time to buy into the Millionaire Maker stock portfolio. I literally bought everything across the board. Again, if you remember, you got that alert. And literally every stock was up, okay? But I'm not getting overexcited, guys. This was, like I said, an oversold bounce. I like to call it dead cat bounce. Now we need to see what happens after this, okay? It's going to be a more volatile market. And I'm being very selective with the stocks I pick. I alert you when I do see something with fresh positive news that has good buying volume. That's what I'd look for right now while we're still below, where we were after the crash on Wednesday, okay? So if you want to be extra safe, guys, look at the chart and see the big red bar, right? The soft we got, whether you're looking at the S&P, the NASDAQ, you can be very selective until we get above that big red selling control bar, right? Until we get above that, I'm not going to try to be a hero. I'm going to be very selective, like I said, mostly playing with profitable names, the ones that have positive news that were just dropped recently. That gives me, conviction that it can go higher that day. So I'll be doing more scalping and day trading, if I see really good news. Otherwise, it's a wait and see approach right now, guys. Remember, you don't have to be doing something all the time. We need to see how things shake out. We could try to predict what happens, but the best thing, right? Nobody truly knows. So the best thing to do is just react right now because there is more uncertainty. People are questioning things more now after that big sell-off. So it's not just risk on anymore. That's the moral of the story. We are risk off still. Even though we got that great rally, I'm not going to be saying we're totally back to risk on until I see a couple more trading days this upcoming week, okay, to see where things go. So I did see that retail traders are selling hard. When you look at smart money versus dumb money, or institutions considered smart money, retail, dumb money, you see that retail is selling, okay, us, for example, they're panic selling while institutions are starting to buy. So that's good, okay, but we need to see if that continues. So again, I'll be monitoring this. Obviously, the 10-year treasury dictates where stocks go in the short run, okay? But like I said, I hope you guys are more focusing now on rotating some of this money we made, right? I've been telling you for a while to, right, play with profits if you can, right? And ideally, if you play it how I do, where you buy in the short-term account and the long-term, when you make your money in the short term, you're playing with profits in your long-term investment account. That's the best way, or how I like to think about it in my mind. So hopefully after that epic bull run we've had the last couple of years, that you guys were able to profit some good money and roll that into some good, safe, profitable names. Because again, winners keep on winning, like we've been talking about. That's why I want you to focus more on the Millionaire Maker stock portfolio, because those are names, these are companies that aren't going to go out of business, right? That don't have to worry about, raising capital, because now we know things have changed a little bit with less interest rate cuts expected now, right? That's going to affect, for example, like the commercial real estate sector, like the KRE index, the regional banks. I would be staying away from those right now, for example, guys, okay? So you got to be very selective, again, what sectors you're choosing, okay? Because defaults, I was reading, are going up with the commercial real estate loan sector. Remember that whole debacle when interest rates were going up? People were saying, later this year or early next year is when, these people are going to have to these companies are going to have to refinance rate at higher rates. And now that interest rates aren't going to be cut, at least as of right now, not as much as expected, that's going to affect that sector. So stay away from that. Like I said, the best thing you can do right now is focus on those names that have fresh positive news, good buying volume, okay? And like I said, I'll be scalping, day trading if I see that, okay? Otherwise, it's a holding pattern, waiting to see what happens, okay? And if we do get huge dips, I will just continue to add a little at a time to the Millionaire Maker stock portfolio, guys. So hope to see you as a member if you're not in there yet, guys, because it's, again, helping so many people. We've made a lot of money in there, and we're up big. And like I said, it's much more than that. Many more perks of becoming a member. So enjoy your weekend, guys. And also drop me a comment. Let me know what you're doing over Christmas, over New Year's. I'm curious to hear what you guys are doing. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend.